So I don't know if I really decided to be a speaker. It was just kind of the work I kept getting invited to do. So whether it was giving presentations or explaining a topic in front of a group of people, and then I started to realize that I seemed to have some skills and ability when it comes to doing this. And then over time I saw that it was a medium in which I could help a lot of people. The best thing about being a keynote speaker, and I can only speak for myself, speaking seems to be this intersection of what I'm naturally good at, my areas of interest, and how I create value for other people. So to be able to experience that intersection, it really feels like a fulfilling of a purpose, or me pursuing and experiencing my mission and cause in the world. The biggest challenge that I face as a speaker, specifically about my topic, is the non-traditional approach that I have to recruiting. It's not transactional, it's more holistic and about building a culture of recruitment. And Peter Drucker is famous for saying, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Well, I believe recruiting culture eats recruiting strategy for breakfast. And that is what I teach. It's all about operationalizing your existing staff to go out and find new staff. And in turn, that improves your quality, your access, and speed of your recruiting organization. So the challenge is, it's a different way of thinking about recruiting. It requires a mental shift within the organization, a cultural shift within the organization. But once it is in place, it truly is the ultimate recruiting strategy that any organization can implement. So my corporate background has been in recruiting and staffing for the past 16 years, both a mix of agency and also corporate. But the one event that really transformed my career, that led me to what it is I'm doing today, was starting my passion project, my podcast, Pathways to Success, where I interview leaders about their journeys to success. I started that in 2016, and fast forward to present day, I produced over 219 episodes, and I've interviewed company founders, CEOs, New York Times bestselling authors, incredible individuals. Well, that led to sponsorships. That led to me getting signed by a talent agency, so I do commercial acting and modeling, and I became a professional speaker, so I'm represented by WCD Enterprises. And of course, it was that combination of experience of recruiting, media, and speaking that I turned into a business. So that's what it was. It was that creative spark that I combined with my professional experience in recruiting that really made me who it is that I am today. Dallas is my home. I was born in the Philippines, and I came to the States when I was 2 years old and pretty much raised here in the DFW area. So yes, Dallas is home. I love living here. It's centralized in the States, and home is where the heart is, man, and Dallas is my home. Something interesting about me that people don't know is I used to weigh 220 pounds. So when I graduated from college in 2005, I had some pretty bad lifestyle choices, and I ballooned up to 220 pounds, but I discovered a workout program called P90X, which changed the way I approached exercise. And having developed the habits of good eating and also consistent exercise has led to a much better physical well-being. Right now I walk around at about 170 pounds, so I was able to lose weight and keep it off. I was one of those P90X success stories. So my wife is Rosie, and Rosie and I actually both came from the recruiting industry. And an interesting story, I met her because she was referred to me as someone who could replace me when I was recruiting for my own replacement. And she wasn't a fit for it because she came from a finance background, not a technology background, but we really hit it off, and I was not expecting for us to get involved that way. But now she's my wife, and I couldn't be happier. She's my better half. She makes me a better person, and I love her so much. I have a spiritual purpose, a personal purpose, and also a business purpose. My spiritual purpose is to know, love, and serve God, and to make Him known by the example of my life. My personal purpose is to be the provider, protector, and leader of my family. And my business purpose is to help companies create a culture of recruitment so they can connect with top talent and accomplish their mission in the world. Having done the show now since 2016, I've interviewed a lot of great leaders. And one of the questions I ask those on my show is, what's the definition of success, or what's the key to success? The only true key to success that I have seen that is a commonality of every top performer was a high degree of self-awareness. They came to know what their gift was, they grew it, and used it to serve the world. You will see that in every top performer and leader that you have seen, whether they were conscious of it or not. And that's what stewardship is to me. It is the discovery, development, and deployment of your gifts and talents to be of service to others. That is the key to success.